guys, what's up?
Not much. How about you?
What's up, Chewy?
Pretty good, chilling, man.
Good.
Last night we watched it, screamed, cheered,
Yes.
had a ball.
Yes.
That's great.
Popcorn flying everywhere.
That's the point.
You know, what do you want the takeaway to be when people leave that theater?
I want them to feel something.
Yeah.
I think, it's one thing to have a movie with epic action sequences, which we do have. It's such an amazing ride, but
Right.
it doesn't mean anything unless it's servicing the stories, unless it's driven by the character
Right.
and her decisions and how it affects the character. So, I tell stories because I want people to feel something. So I hope they walk out of there having felt something.
And how do you bring that human element to Alita? You did that phenomenally, by the way.
Thank you.
Playing a cyborg,
Thanks.
you're like, how did Rosa bring that human element to Alita?
Well, I'm Latina.
Hey, that's right.
Fuego from inside.
I'm highly emotional.
Yes,
I just turned into Cardi B all of a sudden.
yes, you did.
I'm extremely passionate. I'm very emotional. I'm a woman. I'm a human sometimes. And Alita has so many levels. She's so dynamic. To me, when I read it on the page and I read the manga, I was like, this is a realistic woman character. Like, this is as dynamic as the women that I know in my life, as dynamic as I know that I am in real life. I'm used to seeing breakdowns with very easy juxtapositions.
Right.
She's tough, but she's hot. And it's like, okay, what else? Like,
Right.
women are everything. We're so complex. So it was such a dream.
Yes.
So I had so much pent up creative energy to, I've been a supporting actor for a long time, and I was ready. I was ready to collaborate.
And
with
boy,
these
was
guys.
she.
Yes, she was.
She was ready to take on that mantle, as Alita,
Right.
as a Latina, taking a leading role that's not scripted as a Latina,
Right.
but bringing to it a dramatic performance that doesn't matter.
That's
And just pulling it off with such splendor.
Well, as you know, Latinos have the best work ethic
We do.
of all time. So they're like,
Shout out
how
to
do you
my
still,
great-grandparents
yeah, right?
who were field workers.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
like my dad walked here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's how I took it on.
And Robert, as a director, dealing with sci-fi, we tend to lose some of the human aspect to stories like this, especially with sci-fi. As a director, how do you inject your flavor into this, and how do you make it to where people are cheering and screaming and have compassion and have love for Alita?
Well, it surprised me, even knowing it was a Jim Cameron movie, and he just does that.
Right.
I saw the name Battle Angel. I didn't expect it to have that much heart and that much just relatability.
Right.
Futuristic movies tend to leave you be a little colder because they're so far in the future. This is 600 years in the future.
Right.
You feel like you can't really relate to it. So we thought, let's make it really relatable. We'll put her name above the title because you really come away feeling this character and how inspirational she is and how much you can relate to someone who thinks they're insignificant, but then realizes they actually have a power to change the world. Anyone can relate to that. Boys, girls, any age, all around the world.
Absolutely.
So it was really, but let's have all the bells and whistles and the spectacle to draw people in, but really they're gonna take away the heart of the picture, which is her. And so a lot of the focus went mainly on that, because that's what Jim always holds really precious, is the story, the characters. Right. Think about how long it was before we saw an iceberg in Titanic, and it was all about the characters. So that this had to be like that, so that people would walk away going, I was not expecting this to be so emotional and to be such a heartfelt character, that I just love this character. And that's what you want them to take away.
Shooting at Troublemaker, shooting in Austin, how much of Austin, and like I saw so much of Austin in Iron City. It was like, you give us like little winks. You give us like little winks of culture and little winks of like, I'm gonna throw it, like the calendar.
Yeah.
Behind Ed's body,
Yeah.
behind Cyborg's body.
It's funny, it was already, Jim had already designed it that way before I came aboard. And Koshiro had already made it sort of a melting pot society. Jim is the one who had decided that it was going to be on the equator, more like a South American, so to have a Latino feel, because of scientific reasons, because that's where an equator, close to the equator, is where a space elevator worked. I just took it and ran with it, that's all. Right. But I really wanted it to be a place that people could find relatable, again, because when it's so far in the future, you don't feel like you could relate to it. Here, you go, oh, that looks like my neighborhood.
Right,
you really actually could get a feel for humanity. And so having it done at home too, I love shooting at home. I create an environment for the actors to come kind of get lost in their creativity and just try things. That's what makes stuff really sort of vital and fresh, and it gives them to just take chances. So I was glad we got to shoot here as opposed to somewhere else in another country or something. We got to just keep it home.
And by doing it the way Robert does it, he's also able to bring in his family.
Right.
He's a Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's
Michelle
a Gonzalez.
Rodriguez,
Rodriguez.
you know, coming in to be a part of this, and they play they're not in many scenes, but they're all in memorable scenes. And you talked about, you know, Michelle being your sensei in the film, but also
I screamed, yo. I was like, yo, that's Michelle.
She's in only the flashbacks, but she's so incredibly powerful, and that's how she inspired me. I mean, watching her in the Fast movies, you're like, you know, I think there was a collective gasp from every Latin girl across the globe who saw her in the Fast films, because we were all like, yes.
They're all icons, you know, and now
hero.
she's right up there with it. It makes us feel very proud.
It was extremely cathartic to be in a training sequence with Michelle, teaching me in the scene as my sensei, and also in my mind going, wow, like you don't even know, but you did this in my mind. It was incredibly emotional and
I want to circle back to end it with, you asked the question about why should people see this movie. You know, I certainly know what El Rey does, and I know that the movies and the shows that you bring to the screen. You know, I think what we've done here is made something that's supposed to be seen on the big screen.
Absolutely.
And you can't get it anywhere else, and we want your viewers to go out and experience on the big screen.
Biggest screen they can find.
And go do it. So thank you very much.
Don't put a sheet in the back of your Tia's backyard and get a projector and play the film. Go to the theater, spend your money.
Get the snacks at CVS.
Yeah, bring the Chipotle and the big purse.
That's right.
But great job, you guys.
Thanks, sir.
Great job, Senor. Rosa, you killed it, homie.
Thank you,
Like seriously, like for real, homie.
Thank you.
I'm not just saying that because he signs my checks, but I'm saying that.
Thank you, sir.
He signs my checks too.